Why, hello there, bronies. It is I, Monkcat, super awesome and sexy. Sorry, I was pulling a hair out of the camera lens. I don't know if you could see it or not. It didn't seem like it was covering the actual lens, but it was inside of the little gap. I just noticed, so I thought I'd pull it out. I've been thinking a lot, as usual. I actually get told by quite a few people that I actually think too much. Um, Whatever. But who the hell do you think I am? I don't let that go to my head. Actually, that's one thing I don't let go to my head. My head's already too big; it won't fit anymore, right? But um, what I've been thinking about really is, and this is just kind of a whimsical thought here, that throughout history, many of the most influential people in the world, I shouldn't say people, men. Of course, there have been many influential women, but this really only applies to men, is that they have one form or another of facial hair. I mean, there was, obviously the classics like Aristotle, or I guess you could say Nostradamus, or I don't know how influential he really was, but that's not really the point here. Or sorry, I can't think of these people's names, but the guy Plato, or the guy that Galileo. That's it, Galileo. And I mean, it even goes as far as to go to like nefarious people throughout history, or supposedly nefarious. Definitely charismatic and thought they were doing the right thing. I'm not sure if they were or not. I don't know. I mean, the first person that I'm going to name is going to sound very controversial here, that I don't know if he was right or wrong, because I don't know what would have happened if his plans had gone to completion. But I mean, look at people like Hitler. I mean, he was a very charismatic man, and he accomplished a lot based on nothing at all. Or sorry, again, I get emails every time I make a video, regardless. There's people like El Che Guevara. I don't know too much about him. I know he is social reform type of guy. He wasn't necessarily against bloodshed, but I honestly don't know whether he was a good guy or a bad guy in the eyes of history. I don't know. I don't have any research on him. Most people will say that he was a terrible man, but I remember this one quote from this guy who researched him for over 5 years, just doing research on him alone. And he interviewed, of course, both sides, Cuban American escapees and all that, and of course people who supported him and all this. And supposedly, he hasn't found any evidence that Che ordered or killed anyone who hadn't committed a punishable by death crime, like rape or murder or things like that. Of course, in the nature of a war, things are going to happen. But I mean, you look at Obama or Bush, and you don't say he's a murderer. Or the general of the United States, I don't know his name, but you don't say he's a murderer. It's just his job. the reason why Che is viewed as a bad guy in that regard is because the United States was against him, and of course we live in the United States. Even though he basically would have done the same things that the United States military would have done in regards to killing people. You know, it happens. I'm getting a little bit off topic here. Che is someone I want to learn more about, period. If anyone does know anything, I would love to talk to you about it. I don't know, I'm interested. Anyway, back to beards, or facial hair in general, mustaches in case of Hitler. I think that, and while, I should preface this by saying, while not every man with a beard is influential, most of the influential men have beards. And I think that it stems from the society of an earlier stage of human evolution, where you can still see this in chimpanzees or gorillas, higher apes. The jaw jut, is kind of like a signal of threatening or of dominance, and I think that it's very much a kind of carried on throughout evolution, where men with beards, just the bigger jaw kind of represents in people's minds, not even thinking about it, of course, just kind of subconsciously that, hey, this guy's important, let's listen to what he has to say. Of course, I'm a little bit biased here, but I do have a beard. And from what I can tell, people do listen to me quite a bit. I don't know why. Most of what I say is nonsense. Of course, we don't even know, like I said, if, as far as I know, if Aristotle or any of them had beards. Of course, there are exceptions to the rule, like Alexander the Great, who actually was very much against beards. He actually had a shaving policy where all of his soldiers were required to shave, simply because of militaristic reasons, where someone could grab their beard and pull them down and then kill them. So Alexander had everyone shave. And I mean, it depends on the modern society grouping that you live in, how, or things like that, but, and the time period, but I think that it's definitely something that should be studied a little harder in terms of actual sociology. I think that that's a neat little experiment that would benefit from being done. Would benefit the world, I should say. Potentially. It's definitely interesting to me. I'd love to do a little research on that. But anyway, you guys don't really care about beards, I don't think. I mean, I don't think that I really have anyone that watches these videos that has a beard. Very few people do these days. I don't know why. Women these days seem to want very feminine-looking men. And that's alright. They can want whatever they want. I want whatever I want. Again, with body hair, I know I'm kind of getting off on hair here, but am I the only guy who doesn't really care if a girl has hair on her legs? Or even armpit hair, as long as it's not like a ball. I mean, like with leg hair, I don't want like leg hair to the extent that I do, where it doesn't really show up on the camera nearly as well, but my legs are quite hairy. And a little bit of hair, I don't care. If you don't want to shave for a few months, or ever really, as long as it doesn't get bushy like mine, then go ahead. I don't care. I mean, whatever. It's healthy. And also with pubic hair, on women, of course. On men, I don't know what women want. I think it depends on the woman. women are very weird in that they have very specific personal tastes in what they want in a man, where men kind of all fall in a very similar category for the most part. So, with women, the pubic hair, personally, I would prefer it trimmed. I honestly don't care how. I don't care how much there is there, really, as long as it's not, a big ball that looks like you have man parts when you put a bikini on, or where it looks like Chewbacca in there. It's a little gross. And as for, I don't really like it bald either, though, because then it looks like I'm like fucking some little kid. And of course, if you want me to do anything oral, it has to be shaven. I'm not a big fan of pubes in my mouth at all. It's probably the reason why I could never be gay. I said that weird. Gay. And then almost like a half soft G. Gay. Homosexual. Because either it involves something in your butt, in someone else's butt, or pubes in your mouth. Or cum, for that matter. And that's just a little gross. I don't care if you're a woman, I don't care if you're gay, I don't care if you're straight. It's gross, no matter what you do. Because men, of course, can be attractive. I'm probably the biggest supporter of that sentence that you could ever meet. But no, no, that's a little nasty there. Anyway, you guys really don't care about this. I'm sorry that I've been blogging about this of all things, but I think that I don't really have too much to talk about in regards to like video games right now. Oh, you guys should all visit my new site, moncat.org. There'll be a link in the description, even though it's exactly what I just said. I do have a new review up for Dream Trigger 3D. I just bought it in about a month. I plan to use it more. It's just, especially since I just got out of school about a month ago. But even so, about 10 days, really. About a week and a half. 2 weeks, but it doesn't matter. But I kind of just got out of school, so I'll be blogging more and more as time goes on until I get back into school, and I need time to do it. I need things to do. It's podcast. I don't know. We'll see how the stones fall. I'm not sure what's gonna happen in regards to that. Having a little bit of mic trouble as Ace Faith or iFish or Dusky can attest to. So you can imagine where that could be a problem. Let's see. Anything else I want to talk about video game wise? I've been playing a lot of Minecraft lately. Oh, I might actually be doing a new Let's Play. I'm going to be deleting my DeBlob videos once I log into my account again. I never got into that, but I might be doing 2 games that I have not beaten yet, but I'm kind of practicing right now so that I can do it. And they will both probably be post-commentary because I'm just not very good with commentary while recording. As you can tell from the past videos, it's been not the best. So that's what I'll do. And those games both would be, the first one's probably going to be very good for a Let's Play, but it's already been done, of course, all of them have. And that would be Pulse Man on Sega Genesis. I have it on on a Virtual Console, Japanese import, 900 Wii points. There you go. Another game on the Sega Genesis, also on Virtual Console that I own, is going to be Musha, or as many of you might know it, Musha Aleste. Which is the best shmup that I have ever played. I should say, best 2D shmup I've ever played. And by shmup, I'm making very, I'm putting a blanket statement on it and then cutting the blanket in half. But what I'm trying to say here is that, like, the classical, like, top-down shooter, where you have full range of motion across the screen, enemies just kind of come at you, you keep flying. I mean, I almost classify it in a different genre than, like, Sin and Punishment would be. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, Star Fox doesn't count there, things like that. I think that's easily my very favorite shmup ever made. The music is amazing, the graphics are just unbelievable for the time. It's just, it's really purely amazing. Anyway, phone's ringing, so I should go now. So, later. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. There was just some asshole trying to, scam the store out of a drug cleansing drink. It's like, oh, this has no expiration date on it. And so I don't know, I'm gonna have to bring it back. Well, unless you have a receipt, you're not bringing it back, buddy. Even if you do have a receipt, if it's expired, we can't take it back. So, I don't know what you want. There you go. And frankly, what he's probably doing is filling it up with water after he used it and bringing it back anyway, but, you know. And that happens all too often. Delicious. But, back on topic. Actually, away from topic. I'm not going to talk about Mucha anymore. It's an amazing game. And it features a giant fighting robot. Yeah, nothing bad about it. But I haven't beaten it. Haven't really gotten close, even. But I'll upload videos as I beat levels. Or you can just watch me fail. You know, that's okay too, in my opinion. But one more thing that, not really one more thing that I want to talk about, but it's really hot in Virginia right now. And I'm not talking like above 100 degrees. It's not mind-meltingly hot. It's just hot, you know. I'm talking like 85 all the time. And the air conditioning unit at work is broken. The windows face the sun most of the time that we're in the store. Of course, the sun changes position. But, so really it just keeps like getting in here like an oven. And nothing we can really do about it. Air conditioning is broken completely. My manager and I are kind of wondering if GNC is even trying to fix it at this point, because it's going to cost like $15,000 to get a new one. And this one is supposedly, you know, dead, like unfixable at this point. But, you know, who knows. Another problem. My landlords feel that there's no need for air conditioning in the house. Which means that there has not been a time where I'm not covered in sweat for the last 2 weeks. Except for about like half an hour after I get out of the shower. And oh my god, guys, I have never felt so good to take a cold shower. Like, just ice cold, it feels so good. And, you know, afterwards my genitals look like a baby's, but even so, it, oh, god, it feels so good to get that heat off. It just, like at first you can feel the water actually warmed up from hitting my body as it drips down because it's warm, and it gets cold, and it's really good. You guys gotta try it, but I can't stand this heat, man. I'm a fucking Wisconsinite. You know? Up there, you know, sure, don't use air conditioning and just leave the window open, you know, whatever. That's something you do. Here, not working. My window is open, my fan is on. So, and while the fan is on, we're obviously not saving any money by leaving the AC off. We would be, granted, if it was only one person in the house. But since there's a fan in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the rooms, an electronic fan is running, that's going to be using just as much power as an air conditioning unit would. So turn the damn AC on, man. It's fucking hot. Can't stand it. But that's that. I don't really have anything else to talk about. I am a little bit abusing YouTube's time limit here. I'm making a now 20-minute plus vlog, depending on how much editing I do. And by editing, I mean just splicing the videos together. I might put a little like intro sequence, you know, not an intro sequence, but a little bit of a video, kind of like tying the two together, the two videos, the two vlogs that I made. I'm not sure what exactly is going to happen, but you know, it's just kind of what's going to happen. Not much else to say, really. Shaved a little bit. I usually do shave the hair on my neck, just because it kind of like pokes outwards, so it pushes this stuff out, so it makes me look bushier than I am. That's alright. Nothing inherently wrong with being bushy, but it's not nearly as attractive, so I do trim the that there, as well as I do trim every few months another part of my body, but that's a completely separate issue altogether. But anyway, I think I'm gonna go because I'm running out of things to talk about and I'm talking about my pubic hair. So later, for reals this time. Visit monkeycat.org now. Okay guys, look. This is a real bunny. I get this close to. See, it's moving. We gotta make a video of it. I do love me some small mammals. See how close I get. Yep, there it goes. Oh, there we go.